Hi guys, how's it going? I hope you've been enjoying the Titanium work this week so far. I hope you enjoyed writing the story openings from the perspective of the little boy after he destroyed the corridor with his supernatural powers. I hope you built up lots of suspense and tension, and also built that sense of panic and fear in the boy as he's committed these actions that you can tell by his face he doesn't really intend on doing this or doesn't really want to do this. What we're going to do today is something slightly different. We're going to look at it from the perspective of the different character in the story so far. So we've got the little boy, uh, and then we've got the teacher there, who's obviously quite afraid of this person and his powers and what he's capable of. So what we're going to have a go do is rewriting that opening again, but this time looking at it from the perspective of the boy. Um, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to reread my one from the perspective of the boy this time, and then we'll have a look at how we're going to do it from the perspective of the teacher. So my one so far, my story opening goes like this. It says, "No, no, no, not again. I've done it again. This can't be happening, surely. How can I cause so much damage, so much destruction, so much devastation? My head is spinning, my body is shaking. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I intended. The room is annihilated, obliterated. Debris on the floor, lockers wide open, paper strewn everywhere. I've destroyed the school, my school. Inhale, breathe, calm down. You've got this." Slowly I stand, with my heart pounding ferociously in my chest. I tiptoe forwards, anxious, nervous, scared. Scared of myself, scared of what I've become. I cautiously make my way down the corridor. Keep it together, I've got this. Oh no, that noise behind the door. It's Mrs. Smith. She's in here in the building. It's him. He's done it again. He's here now. Come quick, she bellows down the phone. Who is she talking to? The head teacher? No. No, the police. It has to be the police. This is a living nightmare. I need to escape. She's seen me. She looks petrified, terrified. No wonder. I'd be terrified of me too. Who wouldn't be? I've got to escape. Head down, hat on my head, I speed up. I turn the corner. The exit doors are in sight. Freedom. As I approach the exit door, my heart sinks. It's them, the police. They are already here. Tucking my head down, I make my exit, sneaking past the officers. Have I? Have I made it? "Him there! That's him!" screeches Mrs. Smith as she bursts through the double doors. "Run, run quick. I've got to get away." So that's my story opening from the perspective of the boy, and that's what we've been doing these first two lessons. Now we're going to swap it up a little bit and have a go at writing it from the perspective of the teacher. Now the teacher uh, is obviously quite afraid of the boy, um, but the take I'm going to take on it is that she's a little bit conflicted because I'm going to say that if it's a pupil from her school, she probably cares for the boy and wants the best for him, but also at the same time, he's clearly capable of destruction and very powerful and very dangerous young man. So that's the take I'm going to take with it. And if you want to take it in that way with your story, that's fine as well. But if you want to give it a slightly different perspective of how the teacher's feeling, that's also fine. Again, like normal, I'll model a version for you. You can see how I do it. I'll talk you through it as I write it, and then you guys can have a go at doing your own version. Right, so I'm going to start with a question because I think when in this sort of story, you'd have lots of questions in your head. So remember, I'm writing from the perspective of the teacher now. So I'm going to start with the same sort of idea. How can this have happened again? So I'm taking the idea that this has happened before. I don't know that, I'm making that up, but I'm going with that idea in my story. So this boy, I'm going to use parenthesis, this boy dash, this little boy, let's use a bit of dashed parenthesis there. How can anyone, how can one so young be capable of something so destructive? Okay, so it's that confusion. How can he be capable of this? He scares me. He scares me. He scares me more than I can possibly imagine. So that really builds this up. And I build that up even more than I dare to believe. Really. Okay, so really making it clear how scary this boy is. Let's go for a subordinate opener. If he can destroy a school, comma, because that's the subordinate clause. If he can destroy a school, what else is he capable of? A little bit of description like we've done before. So the corridors are a picture of devastation. The corridors are a picture of devastation. And what was this? The papers, paper scattered everywhere. Rubble all over the floor. I don't think there actually was rubble on the floor in the video, but I'm going to over exaggerate and pretend that things are falling off the wall and things like that. So rubble all over the floor. Right, I've got to do something. I've got to do something. I use semicolon. I've got to do something. Semicolon. I'm going to repeat myself. Thing. I've got to do something. I've got to do something, and fast. Okay, so it's just using the semicolon to repeat the clause and just making it really sound quite extreme. I've got to do something. I've got to do something and fast. What am I? I'm going to try and call the head teacher. Or should I give him a name? Call. Let's go for Mr. Stewart. Call Mr. Stewart. Comma, the head teacher. So I'm sort of asking this in my own head. Call Mr. Stewart, the head teacher. No, there's no point. There's no point. What could he do about this? Question mark. So who are we called? Let's call the police. The police. Dash. I need to call the police. Full stop. Here I'm going to add in that sort of bit of conflict about how the teacher feels, because I'm going to say that she does have some sort of sympathy for him, but she's scared of him. So I'm going to say something like this. So, my heart aches for the boy, comma, but he is a threat. We'll go for it. He's a threat to society. He's a threat to society. He's a threat to the public. I could end the sentence there, but I'm going for a colon. Colon could replace because. So I'm going to put he needs to be stopped. So the colon there is replacing because. It's time to make the call. Okay, so I'm going to do a very short bit of dialogue here. I don't like to use too much dialogue, but just a little bit doing the call. So let's say something like, please, quick, come quick. A lot very short, snappy phrases that the person would use. Please, quick, come quick, because they're panicked. This is an emergency. This is an emergency. A boy, comma, a young boy. It's all just little short phrases with supernatural powers. Because when someone's talking and they're panicked, they would talk in short, quick phrases. He's dash. He's dot dot dot. He's destroyed our school. Everything is ruined. Please come quick. I'm going to repeat myself again. Please come quick. I'm going to make up the name of the school. I'm going to call it Brindley High. A combination of Brindley Heath and Kimber High. Please come quick. Brindley High. Close those inverted commas. I bellow. So it's me talking this time. I bellow down the phone. I got some detail. I bellow down the phone, comma. My heart's racing. No, my heart beating 10 to the dozen inside my chest. Okay. So then he moves down the corridor, doesn't he? So I'm going to move into that bit. So there he is. Full stop. Walking down. Oh, walking down the corridor. Walking out of the back door. No. I've got to stop this. As fast as I can. That's a good opener. As fast as I can. Comma. I make my way. Make my way down the current. No. I make my way through the debris. Towards the end of the, I was going to say corridor, I've used corridor, it's the end of the hall. Okay, so you're just sitting in there. He's getting away. So I'm watching him get away here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish. My final line is as we go into the police, and I'm going to scream something at the police. Police, quick. That's him. Stop him. Please stop him. I roar. That'll do. I think that'll be the final line. Okay, so that's my little opening written now from the perspective of the teacher through to about that 1 minute 13 seconds when the boy escapes. Like usual, I always read my work back. So let's have a read that back and see how it sounds. So it says, how can this have happened again? This boy, this little boy, how can one so young be capable of something so destructive? He scares me more than I can possibly imagine, more than I dare to believe. If he can destroy a school, what else is he capable of? The corridors are a picture of devastation, paper scattered everywhere, rubble all over the floor. I've got to do something. I've got to do something, and fast. Call Mr. Stewart, the head teacher? No, there's no point. What could he do about this? The police. I need to call the police. My heart aches for the boy, but he's a threat to society. He needs to be stopped. It's time to make the call. Please, quick, come quick. This is an emergency. A boy, a young boy with supernatural powers. He's destroyed our school. Everything is ruined. Please come quick. Brinley High. I bellow down the phone, my heart beating 10 to the dozen inside my chest. There he is, walking down the corridor, walking out the back door. No, I've got to stop this. As fast as I can, I make my way through the debris towards the end of the hall. He's getting away. Please, quick, that's him. Stop him, please, stop him, I roar. Okay? One of the things I suggest you do when you do check your work back is try and read it. If you tell when I was reading mine, and try and read it in pace and get that idea that things build up and speed up. When we've got those short, snappy sentences and those short, snappy clauses, the reading should be faster because we've got that idea of panic as we write it. Okay. Again, it's following the story. Keep looking back at the video clip. Keep looking back at my video here. You can steal some of the ideas, some of the phrases, some of the vocabulary, but also try and make it your own as well. And I'd love to see how you get on with that. All right, guys. I hope you have fun. I'm sure you'll do some amazing writing because you always do. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Okay. See you later. Bye.